Hey everybody, this is Ronnie Hill, giving you today's Real Talk. It's 12/3/09. Today's my 24th birthday, pretty excited about that. Feeling good, so I'm going to give you a good topic to think about. Today's topic is going to be focusing on the right things. And pretty much what I mean by that is that a lot of people running around and they're focusing all their being on the wrong stuff. So they're concerned about what everybody else is doing. They're concerned about the economy. They're concerned about the president. They're concerned about the war in Iraq. They're concerned about all these things. And don't get me wrong, there are things to think about, things to worry about. But what can you do to change that as an individual? What can you do right now to change those things? You really can't do much. So I was reading a book. It's The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. It's a really good book. If you haven't read it, you need to do it. It's a great book. And one of the things he talks about is your circle of influence and your circle of concern. So I drew a picture of it right here. So pretty much, if you see this black circle right here, that's the circle of influence. That's things you actually have control over. Things that you can actually say, I want to change it, you can change it right then because you actually can control it. On the outside is the red circle. It's the circle of concern. The circle of concern is something that you care about, but you can't necessarily change. And if you see it, the circle of influence is smaller and is inside the circle of concern. The reason why that is because a lot of people focus on this outside circle all the time, or majority of the time, meaning that they're always worried about what somebody else is doing. Hey, my boss this, they're not giving me that raise, so I'm upset. My wife is treating me like, she doesn't care about me. She treats me real bad, treats me like garbage, so I'm upset. All these things is raining outside, so I'm upset. So all these things you can't control. So what is it going to do you any good being upset about it? Not much, because you cannot control that. But if you focus on things that you control, that's going to be a lot better. You can actually change your situation, and you will actually see that your circle of influence will actually grow to be closer to your circle of concern. So instead of this circle having these two circles having such a gap between it, you actually get closer and closer to being able to influence most of the things that you're concerned about. And what I mean by that is that most people, I hate my job, my boss, I hate my boss, they never want to give me a raise, they alienate me, I feel, so bad. Okay, cool. So what are you doing about that? Well, I keep asking for a raise. This is what I keep doing about it. I go to work and I let them know I'm upset. Okay, cool. But what is that going to do? If they don't give you a raise, what's going to happen? I don't know. Okay, cool. How about you do this? Instead of being upset at your job, work harder at it. Because you work harder at your job, you're going to do one of two things. Either you're going to get noticed by your boss and you're going to get promotion, or you're going to get enough momentum, you're going to get enough skill, you're going to get enough experience where you can actually go either start your own business or get a better job somewhere else where they do recognize you, they do care about you. That's how you increase your circle of influence to meet your circle of concern. So that's a perfect example. Because you worked hard at what you can do, what you can influence, your level of concern shrunk down to the size of your influence, or your level of influence expanded to the size of your concern. So that way you can actually control that. My wife is treating me bad. She's not giving me the love she used to. Things aren't the same. Okay, cool. So what are you doing about that? I don't know. I tell her I don't like it. Okay, so what are you doing? Nothing. Okay, how about we try this? How about you try treating your wife a little bit better? I treat her great. Okay, cool. Let's try treating her a little bit better. Because all you can do is you can try harder. If you try harder and nothing changes, you try. What you influence was the way you treat your wife. And if she was feeling neglected, maybe she'll feel a little bit better and start treating you differently. If nothing changes, then nothing changes. But you can say you gave your all. So the things you're concerned about, which you really can't do much about, you're spreading your influence. Now you're trying to change the things you're concerned about. You can't change it all because you can't fully control what a person thinks or how they act. But you're doing your best to change that. It's raining outside. If it's raining outside, what are you going to do about it? You going to tell God to make it stop raining? No, you can't do that. So either you stay inside, make the best of it, or you get in the car, put on the raincoat, and go somewhere. Those are things you do. So whatever your situation is, you got to look at it and say, you know what? Am I just, complaining to be complaining, or is it something I can do? Because if it's something I can do, I can affect my situation, and I feel better about that. And the things you can't control, either understand you can't control it and get over it, or just say, you know what, I'm not worried about that right now, I'm going to focus on me. Because if I focus on me, I know that I'm doing my best to change the situation around me. That's just a little tip that I'm going to give you today. Feel free to go into the My Facebook page or my Twitter page is on the bottom of the blog. Feel free to click it. Feel free to leave a comment. Thank you. Have a nice day.